Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. So yeah, we are back with another stream today. And, yeah, welcome and thanks for joining in. It's always hard to know at first who's watching. Are you watching for the first time, or have you watched all the streams so far, or like what's going on? So do I reference the previous streams to even know what's going on here, or should I just start from the blank page, you know? Anyway, I am Riho. I am a game developer. On this stream I make games, or one game specifically, which is office management, which is a tycoon game set in a dystopic capitalistic or even like hyper capitalistic world, and it reminds people, usually the old timers, like Theme Hospital maybe, or something like that. But instead of a hospital, it's set in an office. Also, people sometimes reference The Sims, stuff like that. So, what I will be doing today is drawing some pixel art, small icons for it, for something that we did last time, last Monday. Also, meantime, I tried streaming a game. I played the Farming Simulator 19 on Thursday, which was the first game I played on stream besides my own. And you know, it was so and so. One person apparently watched it, like from the beginning to the end, or maybe it was, well, someone was watching at points anyway. But later on, when I checked it, I saw that the game sound was a bit too loud, and I tended to mumble a bit in some parts, so it was probably hard to hear what I was talking about. So, you know, still, all this is still a learning process for me. So hopefully this time we will not have such problems. I already noticed that the stream picture seems to hang up at some point. I don't know. I'll have to look into that in future streams, but I don't want to mess with the settings mid-stream. So yeah, something like that also happened on Thursday sometimes. And then I just assumed that maybe the game and my streaming software were taxing the computer too much, but who knows. So, what am I wearing today? Is an Orioles jacket. I actually wore this on another stream, but I wore it backwards. So the other side is black, but it can be worn like both ways. Oh, hello, Bud. Thanks for joining in. You're like the regular. I think you've been on, like, if not all the streams, then most of them, right? Anyway, as I was saying, this hat I'm wearing right now here. The logo is backwards. Let me see if I can flip it for a moment. Yeah, I flipped the webcam picture because then the ways I'm pointing my fingers, it makes more sense to me when I'm looking at the picture. But let's see. Where's the transform? Flip horizontal. Yeah, here we go. So now you can properly see my logo, which says TPK. Actually, I made this logo myself, sort of. It's my baseball hat for the baseball club that I founded. When was it? Back in 2009 or somewhere around then. So yeah, I started like a baseball club in Estonia out of scratch. No players, no nothing. And then I just gathered a bunch of people and we started playing baseball. Why I did that? Yeah, who knows? Why I do anything? Because I just wanted to. So TPK means Tallinna Pesapalliklubi or the Tallinn Baseball Club. That's what the letters mean. Let's see what else. I based the logo actually on the original Tallinn Baseball Club logo, and that club was founded back in the late 80s, but then disbanded in the mid 90s. So I got some of the people that were involved with it back then. I got them in the new club as well, so we sort of had that history, you know. So anyway, enough about that. No one cares anyway. You're here to see me make games, right? So let's make games. Did you get popular, famous? You mean in baseball? No. No. No one cares about baseball in Estonia. There's like the club still exists. I'm not involved anymore, but the club I founded, it still exists, and it still plays in the Estonian nationals every summer. Or in the Estonian league, so to say. But there's only like, I think 4 clubs right now playing, and a total of maybe less than 100 people that are actively actually playing. No one's getting paid. No one's, training actively or something like that. Just, it's sort of sandlot level or even like less than that. But on the other hand, the best players still gather in the Estonian national team and compete in the European Championship. What is it? Prelims or like the selection tournaments. And actually, it hasn't been announced yet, but I think that the next year European Championship, one of the group stages might actually be in Estonia. So, some movement in that regard in our country as well. But yeah, like I said, enough about this. Let's get to games and stuff. So this is what I wanted to show. Anything I'm missing in the chat? I guess not. Nothing in here. Nothing. Okay, let's get on with it then. So last time we made this menu option in Office Management 101 where you could pick the wallpaper for offices and the building itself. And off the stream, I also added the option to change the outside of the building. So now I'm going to make an icon for the menu option because I used this icon right here. But that's not what I wanted to use. APL on the stream last time suggested that I'd make a paintbrush, maybe, which seems like it would fit. But I don't know if I can draw a paintbrush. We'll see how it goes. Guess I could start with either this hammer here. I mean, the handle might be the same color, right? So what I usually do is create another layer on top here. So I know the dimensions, but I sort of want to flip it like it is for this pitchfork. It's hard to see because of the background, but this is purely for the Discord chat. These two icons, at least at this point, I'm not using them in the game and I'm not sure what I would use them for. So yeah, but I have them on the same spreadsheet for no like logical reason. Just, you know, it was easier to draw them here because I could pick the colors and whatnot. Also, I just thought that maybe if the employees went on strike, they could use these. Maybe. Do you want the employees going on strikes in the game? Maybe it could be a mechanic, or maybe it's too much. There's too much stuff in the game already. Yeah. I should lower the camera, I think. Just noticed right now that I'm only partially visible. This might be better, is it? And which way should I move it? This way? Would fire happen in the game? Yes, probably. I want to do something with it, especially if you have like a lot of paperwork around and then a machine breaks. That could be a fun mechanic, maybe. And more ways for the employees to die, actually, because it is possible to kill the employees, but it's quite hard right now. And it's not like I want you to kill employees, but I also understand how a lot of people play The Sims, which is putting your Sims in the what's it called, the pool, and removing the ladder, and then what happens, you know. So yeah. Also, I don't know how many of you viewing have seen the Monty Python movie, The Meaning of Life, which starts with these random office pirates that travel around in another office building and then hop into another office and kill everyone, and I don't know what else they do, steal stuff from... I'm not really sure. Anyway, I thought that was like a hilarious take on the corporation, on corporational world. So I thought of like putting something like that in the game as well, but I think that would be also too much at this point. But maybe as an expansion someday, or a mod, or we'll see. If then, like, way farther down the line. Anyway, let's actually concentrate on what I'm doing. I wanted to flip this piece of wood. Unfortunately, without plugins, I can only do this in a separate image. But that's okay. That's okay. Here it is. Let's zoom in a bit more. Now the colors. Should I change them? No, they're fine. Make it a little bit longer than... Yeah, sometimes I have to check in if anyone's watching on YouTube. Usually no one is. But if someone does happen to watch it and post comments there, then I should keep an eye on that too. But looks like right now it's Twitch only. Okay, so it's fine. Actually, I think I want some reference pictures as well. What does a paintbrush look like? I want like a bigger one. Not like the one you paint paintings with, but the kind that you paint walls with. So probably should have some paint on it already, right? Like, I don't know if I can manage to make something that has paint dripping off it. Oh, I need to cough for a moment. Yeah. Would you let Grey Still Plays play the game when it comes out? I would be honored if anyone plays the game when it comes out. On stream, off stream, on their phone, if they can manage it somehow, on their PC, on their laptop, anything. I mean, at their friend's place. Pirate it, buy it, I don't know, I'm thankful for like anything. So if Gray wants to play it, I'd be happy. I will definitely try and send him a key when the game launches. He's one of the YouTubers that I hope that would like to play this game, so yeah. But at this point I doubt he's ever even heard of it. Yeah, I'm just browsing some paint brushes here though. So, oh, I like this one. Let's copy this. Let's copy this. So it's a little bit more interesting than just plain wood. So what it should have then, I think, is some sort of like a wider end here. Then there's this metal part, right? Which could be this color for now. Might be too white. Maybe like this. And then let's see if I can take colors from here. Maybe this one. The handle probably should be a bit smaller, or I should move it here. Not sure. Something's weird though, isn't it? Okay, I think this is starting to look more like it. Now I think I should make some stripes here. So let's make this color darker. Dark. Oh yeah, has any of you checked out the GOG Galaxy 2.0 game client already? I think it came out to open beta today. And I have not yet checked it, but I'm interested in it, or what people think of it. So if you know anything about it, yeah, let me know. So how's this? If I zoom out. Maybe instead of this darker brown, should be some color like either red or blue. But since this is blue, let's try this first. So if I make these parts here blue, maybe this here. Maybe if something like drips from here. How's this? Um, Let's try to change up the handle a bit as well. What if I move this up? Whoops. How's this then? I think this might be a better idea. If the metal part is a little smaller after all. I mean, it kinda looks like a paintbrush, but maybe the light part is too white since it's going to be on a white background. So what can I do about that? Yeah, this might be better. Maybe some highlights. I think I want like a brighter blue version somewhere as well. Something like this. Let's see, let's see. It's almost there. I'm almost happy with it. Yeah, I mean, if I also added the paint bucket, then that would make more sense. I don't like this dripping part anymore. So if I added the paint bucket, it would make more sense, probably. Another option would be to make a paint roll instead. Let's see if I can find an example for it. Paint roller. Because usually when you're painting walls, you're using that, right? Not these paint brushes that I drew. What's a good image for it? I guess this one might be. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe a bit bigger and a smaller wire part, but I mean, I could try drawing one of these as well and see which one is better, right? And then that's that. The handle. What color would it be usually? It's often yellowish, I think. So yeah, maybe I can try and reuse this yellow first and then see where we end up. Just make it sort of the same way at first. And then the wire part can be the same color. And then it would go at an angle, and I'm running out of space already, am I not? Maybe a little? What if I make the handle smaller then? Whoops, I'm messing up. So maybe this, no. I guess this might too. Kind of maybe. Why not the gray or light blue? You're talking about the office management logo. You mean the one with the guy in a suit and the tie? You're talking about that? Let's see if I can put that on. Yeah, this one. Was this the logo you were talking about? Because yeah, this is the executable icon, and also the one that I use for my Discord logo as well, and maybe some other places as well. But actually, office management logo itself is this, right? Which does not use blue at all. Sort of looks like a price tag. Yeah, I'm still going to add the roller. Now you got me confused. But where we what you talking about? Okay, so why not gray or light blue? Cause well, the one logo it sort of looks like a price tag. Yeah, the suit dude. Now the office management screen logo on the menu when starting the game. So you're still talking about the executable logo then? Which was this? Okay. And sorry, my nose got really itchy for a moment. That's better. Also, some water. Yeah, I drank a lot of that weird green liquid on Thursday's stream, and I felt like very weird afterwards for days. So I'm not gonna drink that anytime soon again. So let's try and see if I can draw a roller here. And then the light part. So now I still have to move it around, I think. Maybe like this then. I don't think there's enough room in here to draw it after all. So the paintbrush is what we're going to stick with. And let's merge it down and save. And now I am going to blow my nose. Sorry. How do other streamers do these humanly parts? I don't know. It's weird. Sorry. Like when a streamer has to go to the toilet, does he pause the stream, or when he has to sneeze, does he sneeze on stream? Because that's what people want to see. The real me, you know? Or are there some things that should be done off camera after all? I'm interested in that. I really should show all the core. Oh, hey, Sorbus. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I really should watch more streams to actually understand what the culture is. You know, Sorpas, actually, I watched your stream the other day, or the recording of it. I didn't actually know that you were doing those as well. The one where you were with Misha. And I have to say, you looked quite a bit more natural on camera than I feel like I am. I mean, more comfortable than I feel like, or I don't know. Especially Misha, she was like a natural somehow. But yeah, it was an interesting one. I enjoyed watching it. The thing is, I am not a blabbermouth in real life. I'm very introverted. I don't like to talk at all. So doing that on camera is even more weird to me. So yeah, maybe I should sometimes get some other people on the stream as well. That might make it more, I don't know, interesting, more, I don't know, spawn more interesting conversations than what I'm having alone here. Because, yeah, otherwise, like, when you're on stream, you're supposed to talk even when no one is watching, right? Or just in case if someone pops in, they'd still want to see something, or if someone watches the video afterwards, like on YouTube or on Twitch archives or wherever. So yeah, the part with music, playing music on stream, why I keep playing my own music in the background and the same 6 songs over and over again is I haven't bothered looking up any copyright-free music that I can safely play on Twitch, because otherwise they mute it when someone or some song is detected to break the copyright laws, right? So yeah, I play my own music because I know I own all the rights to that, right? No one can take that away from me. So let's get to the game itself then. I'm gonna quickly show what this icon was for in the first place. Yeah, I should look up that, but I do wonder if it affects the stream when I'm streaming music from YouTube or Spotify while streaming myself as well. Won't it affect the stream somehow? But yeah, I could give it a try sometime. Also, what APL was saying to me on my Discord chat the other day was that one of the songs, let me play that one. This one, this song was stuck in his head already, and he was whistling it at work because he'd been hearing it so much in the stream already. But as for Spotify, actually, I don't have a Spotify account. I don't use Spotify, and yeah. So I don't really know. But at least one of my songs is on Spotify. My one hit that I made. Let's see. I can take whichever save game. And this one will be fine. So what I added are these menu options here. Change wallpaper, move, resize building. I'll talk about that in a bit. And change the facade, which changes the outer tiles. Well, I can show it actually. So it's red right now. Click here, now it's white. But it still has these red parts which are actually defined as furniture items, the same way like the tables or the laptops or whatever's are. So I can move those in debug mode right now. But I think since I'm making it possible to change the whole building or move the whole building around, I'm going to have to enable moving windows and these parts as well. So yeah, that I'll get to. What I was working on yesterday then was the building resizing and ignore this untranslated text here. So what it does is makes it possible to make the building bigger, but I need to make sure that then the windows would be moved as well. There was like this thing that that I had like a dilemma about. Because right now I just made the building bigger and all the furniture stayed where it was. Now what if I take this whole area and move it? What should happen? Should all the furniture move as well? Or should it just check the boards that can't be inside the building anymore? Like say I moved it this way, which would mean these tables and laptops and whatnots would be left outside of the building. So should those be somehow moved only, or I don't know, I have dilemmas about this. Also the room that was inside the building, what should happen to that? Yeah, the original plan was that like when I designed the game originally, I didn't even think of resizing the building, or like I thought the buildings themselves would be like predefined like they were in previous versions. And in that case, you would not need to move the windows or the doors or whatnots. But after I released the demo, resizing the building was like one of the most asked feature. So I figured like I can add that, I guess, but so now I'm thinking that yeah, players should have control over everything then, I guess. Like they should be able to move these bushes if they want to, and these lights here, and I don't know, repaint the streets or whatever. Should be able to do everything, I guess. Why not we pay in-game money to do that? Yeah, I think there would be in-game costs for resizing the building at least. And you're proposing to sell the sort of illegal items when resizing. Let me show another example here. And load the game again. It was already previously possible to move the rooms. And the way it worked was when there was illegal items left, like the door in this case, it would just let you replace them after placing the room. So Say there's a light on this wall here. And now I move it back here. Then the light and the door both would be illegal. So that's how it worked for the rooms. And I was thinking to do the same for the building itself. But it's a bit more complicated in case of the building. Because it's harder to detect where the old walls were and where the new ones would be and so forth. And there are some items that are unsellable, like the paperwork, for example. Like these boxes of paperwork. So those pose another question what to do with them. Because like right now, if I move the room and I don't want to place this door, I can just cancel it. And it's sold then. Or trashed at least. Depending on its condition. But the paperwork, I can't let the players cancel that. So what I'm thinking is that I'll just leave them outside in that case, I guess. Anyway, that's what game development is like. Always these questions and just trying to come up with the most optimal solutions. But now I want to add the icon, it should be here. I have these simple JSON files where I define the in-game icons. So what is this? Wallpaper edit, I guess. Icon. I don't know the number, but I think it's maybe 84. But we'll check in a moment. So if I know this is 81, this is 82, then this is 83. And this is 84. Okay, I got it right. Your suggestion is good in the sense that the players have to keep the paperwork indoors, but there would be a cheat or hack that would prevent it in a way right now. Or I have to change a bit how the save games work. Because the state of the how do you say the placement or the state of the game in that sense isn't saved right now. Maybe it should be though. Like say I have this. If I quit right now, this menu would be not open in the save game, for example. So maybe it should be saved as well. Or if I'm moving furniture. And if I quit right now, the game is saved. But this state that I'm moving the table isn't saved, and it would just reset back to its original spot. So yeah, that would bring its own challenges right now. So yeah. I guess I could also do it in the way that, I don't know, you already moved the room, but you haven't placed the furniture items yet. Then the game would be saved in a way that the room would be reset back to its previous location, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, let's see. This I also have to translate. But I'll get back to that. What am I looking for? I think it would be easier to find it in the translation file. Change wallpaper, this one. Here it is. That was wallpaper edit. And this one. And there should be another place. Here. Okay, that might be it. Oh, another thing. Oh, here it is. Let me zoom in. Oh, here we go. So does this look like a paintbrush? I guess. Do I have a repo somewhere you could snoop in your code someday? No. Not a public one, but I mean, the game is in Java, so that means you can pretty much just open up the jar file and see all the code there anyway, right? It's not encrypted or anything. So, I mean, I'm fine with that, I guess. Yeah, you'll probably miss out on some variable names and whatnot, but yeah, basically you just decompile it and should see it. Also, a bunch of the game is in Lua scripts, so it can be modded later on. So that means those are especially easy to see in the jar file. But yeah, interested in seeing how I put all the pieces together. Badly, I'd say. Looking back at it, I mean, it's 6 years of spaghetti code. So I'm pretty sure plenty of mod makers, assuming there will be mod makers in the first place, will one day look at it and say how dumb I am, how I did things, but doesn't really matter. I won't take it personally. Anyway, I mean, you can see the catalog structure or the folder structure on the left here. I kind of have this stupid big main file called mapscreen.java, which contains a lot of the game interaction code, and I really hate that it's all in this one file, but also don't want to restructure it at this point anymore. So yeah. And 6 years is a lot of time, and in 6 years you'll learn a lot and you see a lot of things you did wrong early on that you just sort of have to accept now. So and no words to refactor the whole thing. Yes, there is like this nagging part in the back of my brain somewhere that wants to do that, but also realizes that it would take me another 6 years probably to do that, and then by that time I'd probably want to restructure it again. So you know, I'll save it for the next game. And even then, just to make it possible to resize the buildings, I already have restructured a lot of the code in the past few months, especially when it comes to the map, or how the map data structure is defined. So that has been making lots of headaches for me as well. Some bugs, some things that I did not think of right away, and yeah. It is what it is. Anyway. Since last time I made it possible to change the wallpapers, then this time I thought of adding the possibility to change the floor tiles as well. I don't know what the icon for that should be though. I don't know what represents the changing of wall or floor tiles. A hammer maybe, but I'm using the hammer for repairs already. So I could just make a small icon of the floor panels, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. I'll just try resizing it or drawing something like that. A square that floats. I'm not sure how I would draw that. And hey, I'm no pixel artist either. I'm a programmer, for crying out loud. Yeah, but I was thinking of this, just making a smaller version of this thing. And you disagree? I've been saying it again and again on the stream as well, that I can't draw anything on paper, not even a stick figure. So the way I make pixel art is the engineer's way. I just learned the rules of pixel art mainly from this site. Let me link it. What was it called? Android art something. Yeah, here it is. Let me put it on the screen for a moment as well. Yeah, this is done by a real pixel artist, so to say, and it has just some basic rules that pixel artists or beginner pixel artists do wrong. So I read through this, look at the examples, I understood the basic concepts, and the rest is just, I don't know, sort of engineering the model together. So it's not much creative, but just engineering. And another problem that I have is that what's it called in English? I have this condition called aphantasia, which means that I can't visualize pictures in my head. Like I can't imagine what things look like visually in my head. So so that's also a creative challenge, I think. Probably one of the reasons why I find it hard to draw on paper as well. But with pixel art, you know, I don't need hand-eye coordination or practice or anything. I just click where where I think things should be. So I want to resize this and see what happens. Nearest neighbor and 25. This looks nothing like it. Yeah, probably have to make it manually then, which is not a big deal either, because Also, when it comes to isometric, I know how that works. Purely on a model level as well. I've noticed that some artists actually have trouble understanding the geometrics in isometric pixel art or isometric in general. But I sort of understand the math in it, so that's how I approach it, I think. I'm not sure either. This looks like nothing, kind of. I'm not sure what this blob would be. So maybe like this then. I also have to take it into consideration that the menu color is kind of similar. Should take a screenshot of it just in case. Let's do it this way. Paste into new image. So if I copy this blob now, will it actually look like anything? Oh yeah, I should also resize this. Like this. And wait, how big is a pixel though? 3. 3 pixels, okay. So that's 33%. Nice. Doesn't have to be exact. Because it would be 33.333333 and so on. Yeah, it's not very visible like this. So this may be not the perfect icon for it. Or maybe I just change the colors a little bit. It's not a big deal, is it? It could be maybe a bit more red. No. How about yellow? Yeah, this might work. Yeah, let's try this then. There's another thing that I want to try. This is adding some depth to it, the same way these two. So maybe this color here. And this. And there we go. And then here. Oh, also. Oh, oops. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. You're seeing code, but not pixel art. That's because I totally forgot to turn off that code window in OBS. I don't know, I should look at the OBS more often. But yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of making mistakes. I probably would have been when I was younger, but I've gotten too old to care. I mean, whatever. So does this look like something now? Should maybe add one more row. And paint something in the middle. I don't know. This color or maybe these. Yeah, I'm liking this. Just maybe mix it up a bit more. Add some more colors here. What can I add? This color. Here maybe. And maybe here. Perhaps like this then. Almost. Is there something darker? Nope. And then it's fine. Yeah, let's save this then. Merge the layers, saved. Yeah, just checking all the chats again. And what would this be? It's floor edit, I guess. Let's add the menu option. Edit floor. And where else? Where else? Here as well. I have two options for editing here because one is for the rooms, but the other is for the building's default. Because you don't necessarily have to have rooms inside the building. So the hallway itself can be changed as well. So let's see if they show up now. And yep. I guess I can just continue whatever I was doing before. Yeah, this should be fine, I guess. Still kind of hard to see the edge here maybe, but I'll live with it. I mean, since there's text next to the icon as well, in a way it's going to, at least I hope it's going to train the player to recognize that icon eventually. So now let's make it translatable as well. Last time I was saying that I need to go over all the text and make it translatable properly so people can start making translation mods. And I do wonder if I should do that on stream maybe to motivate myself to do it, because it's something that's real annoying to do. But then again, I don't know if something like this would be interesting to watch at all or not. Maybe only from the perspective of those who eventually want to translate the game. I don't know. I know some of the viewers expressed interest in it last time, at least. Let's see, edit building, floor, change, flooring, I guess. I mean, after last time's stream, when I only programmed, is that a word, programmed? When I only coded, I was worried about it because it's very hard to explain what I'm doing compared to pixel art, for example. So So I was worried if that was boring maybe, but I don't know, people say that it's fine. That I should do anything that I want to, I guess. And they'll just watch it. But on the other hand, on Thursday I streamed a game and people weren't really interested in that, I guess. So now I lost what I was doing. I was translating text. Which one was it? This one. Here. And there was something else that I wanted to translate, right? That was the editing the building size. This one. So here, I guess. Sarbas, do you know if any of the Minecraft plugins these days are still made in Lua instead of Java? Because back in the days, a bunch of them were. Edit building. Wait, this is not it, is it? What was it that I wanted to translate then? Oh, okay. Now I remember. It was the menu option here somewhere. Let's see, move this one. No. This one. Okay, I think the original bucket was the modding framework, and the mods for those were often in Lua then. Maybe that's how it was. Anyway, why I'm saying that is because I'm using Lua in office management a lot nowadays, because it's an easy language to learn and often used for modding in a bunch of games. I can show an example of that in a moment. Let me just finish this. Finish. It's basically this. Yep. Since there's no price right now, I'll just or make it finish. Moving building, I guess. But let me pull up some Lua examples then. what's a good example? I guess the map file stuff. So map files are defined in levels and they're just JSON files. Let me show what that looks. Whoops. That was not my intention. Did not mean to open it in Visual Studio. I want to open it in here. So it just defines the map in a basic JSON format. Version and names and spreads and whatnot. But in addition, it has also scripted stuff. So the furniture, for example, is added here. The coordinates are defined here. And what type of furniture and who owns the furniture, or the company of the owner of what I was saying, the company that owns the furniture. Since besides the player company, there's also other companies in the game. What I also do here is define the bathroom. Define the selection of employees that are available. What else? What newspapers are shown to the player. When the time for the demo is up, it shows like this ending screen, and this is defined here. And all this stuff can be overridden by mods or extensions or anything. So basically, anyone who wants to mod the game can just look into these files, see how they're written, and change things up if they want to. But why here instead of Java files? It's just because it's more simple for modding than learning Java. Plus, I looked into options of adding like this runtime scripting of Java as well, and JavaScript, and for some reason I decided that Lua is the best option. Maybe for some things it's not, because I still have to change, like when I have something hard coded in Java and I want to copy that part to Lua instead, then that means I have to change the syntax, right? So it would have been easier if it was pure Java, but I don't know. For some reason I decided this is the way to go, and that's how it is. Actually, I'm not even saying that I made the smartest decisions along the way. It just seemed reasonable at the time. But just remember that I might actually have like a tutorial for it. somewhere that I wrote a long time ago. I've definitely changed things since then, but let's see. No. Yep, I do have something. I don't remember. Maybe I wrote my reasons why I decided to go with Lua in there as well. But Minecraft was actually one of the reasons, I think. Because at the time, at least, it was popular to use Lua for Minecraft modding. But not only that, but also some other games as well. So, if you have some spare time, feel free to check the tutorial out. Yeah, now let's get back to what I was doing. What I wanted to do now was the menu pop up for the floor selection. Where is that? It should be here. So I can just copy paste the things that I did for wallpaper and rename it to what is it? Flooring pop-up, I guess. Here. There's actually a lot of stuff in the game that I could make tutorials for, but it also takes a lot of time to write them, and at some point I just didn't feel like doing them anymore. But maybe sometimes I will feel like doing them again. So I want to rename. No, this part is unnecessary actually. Because it's only going to be possible to change the floors inside the building, yeah. So room and floors. It's hard naming these things because floors or floor can both mean the like the bottom part or the flooring part, but it can also mean like the building story part, right? But then again, story also has double meaning, so what I'm supposed to call it? Foundation, yeah. But foundation is something that is beneath, right? Beneath the floors. So I don't know. in my language it's not so complicated, at least. Yeah, but I'm talking about the floor. But you also say like first floor, second floor, third floor, and then you're not talking about the flooring tiles, right? Oh, your touch. I didn't know that. But interestingly, a lot of people that I had on my own Minecraft server back in the day were also touch. So I don't know what's up with that. Is Minecraft bigger in Netherlands than in other countries for some reason? Yeah, you're everywhere. So I guess there's this old Hemingway saying. Let me close this though. Exit, yeah. There's this old Hemingway saying about Estonians, about how there's an Estonian in every harbor. But I guess the saying about Netherlands would be then that there's a Dutch person in every Minecraft server. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. Is there like a flooring loader? I forgot what I named it. Yeah, that's the one. But there's no get all method. Hemingway would play Minecraft if he was alive today. Yeah. Could be. Because everyone plays Minecraft, right? Yeah, APL was one of the guys that used to play on my server, actually. And also before it was my server, we played there together. Ours was called Falcon Gamers. So he's someone who stuck around with me since then. For, I don't know, we've known each other online for 10 years by now, I think, or something. Is it 10 years? I don't know. Maybe 8. Yeah. The friends you make in Minecraft are friends for lifetime. And yeah. It's very likely that I wouldn't not be working on office management if there hadn't been Minecraft. So, like, on the first glance, my game has nothing to do with Minecraft, but still. It's a big inspiration. Actually, long time ago, I applied. Yeah, the lightweight Java game library is the foundation for this as well. Although I have another layer in between, which is libgdx, which is more like lightweight Java game library is like very basic. I don't know, like down in the what's the word? But anyway, it's libgdx has lots of like implementations on top of it that make it easier to make games. Like the AI stuff that I'm using, pathfinding, the user interface stuff, and so on, game states and whatnot. And recently, actually, I found that there's another game engine that is on top of libgdx, which I actually might have to look into, because somehow they've solved the problem that libgdx has, that I can't port the game to consoles because consoles don't have Java support. But that a new game engine, I don't remember what the name was, they somehow have a console support thingy coming. So I might have to look into that. I asked the creator what he thinks, how hard it would be to port a libgdx game to their engine, and they said it should be straightforward in most cases. Probably not in my case though, because the code base is so large already. But we'll see. I have to look into that. Or at least sometime in the future. Because I definitely would like to have a Nintendo Switch port of the game eventually. If Nintendo Switch is even a thing when the game launches eventually. We'll see. Maybe there's some new engine or new platform by then. Anyway, I'm totally lost in thoughts here. I'm not great at multitasking, so when I'm talking, I'm not coding, and when I'm coding, then I'm not talking stuff. So I'm gonna iterate through this data structure and convert it to an array. Let's see. Can copy this. Don't really need this line, but just in case anyway. Get flooring. And now is the part where I'm not going to explain what I'm doing, because I don't really know how to explain these things. I would probably be an awful programming teacher. I was a teacher for a while, actually. Or for a while. I was a teacher for half a year or something. But I taught game sound design instead of programming in an Estonian school. And I liked it, but I did not like the logistics part of it. Because I don't have a car, and I had to travel hundreds of kilometers to go there and by bus. And the buses from here to there go like once a day or twice a day or something. So I basically had to stay overnight, and it was an inconvenience. But yeah, otherwise the teaching part itself, I like that. You know, giving something back to the game development community in Estonia. So what am I doing now? I mean, again, I'm totally distracted. I think I need to create a new array here. Floors. Yeah, you go and have fun. I'm gonna wrap up the stream after I'm finished with this anyway. It shouldn't take more than, I don't know, 20 minutes. So you go have fun, and thanks for joining in again. It's been a pleasure to have you here. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you around again. And if I notice you doing your stream again, I want to hop in there as well. Yeah, see ya. Anyway, just making this simple function that should return all the floor tiles that are defined in the game. So that's what this is about. What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay, yeah. This thing should be here. This here, because I used the same name stupidly. But it's fine. And now turn floors. And then again go back here. This is flooring. This also is flooring. Need to make a function for this. This is not needed anymore. This needs to be set flooring. What else? We'll skip this for now. What else? Oh yeah, this also needs to be set flooring. But damn it, this doesn't exist yet. Okay, let me skip this part as well for now. And I also need to define a function that opens the pop-up menu. So where is that? Where is that? Should be down here somewhere. I did floor pop-up. And here as well. And this is unnecessary. And this also is unnecessary. And let's see, open wallpaper pop-up. Open floor pop-up here. Flooring, or should I name it flooring pop-up? Probably, to keep it consistent. Oh hey, we have some new viewers. Where did you come from? Hello, I guess. Welcome to the stream. What I'm doing right now is coding the option to change the floor tiles in the game. I'll show it in a moment. Just need to finish this up. Here, remove this. Rename this. And then I want to rename this. And also this. Okay. So something should happen now. There was some weird error. What does this mean? I'm not sure. Okay, so change flooring button here, and this should be the floors that are defined then. The thumbnails are still missing, but I can at least see the identifications of them. So let's try this. And what do you know? It works. This looks like mod. This is the default one, and this is the office carpet. So that's pretty cool. What else? The thumbnail stuff I still need to do. But I think it might take a bit too long to do it on stream. Not sure. But what I can at least add now is the floors of the rooms. Because the one that was changing was the hallway or the whole building. But not for these specific rooms. Like I can't change the one here. The menu opens up, but it won't change it right now. So nothing happens there. Just some water though. Water is so nice. Much better than the green poison that I was drinking on Thursday. But yeah, have to check what floor changing methods exist for rooms. I guess there is none. But I can copy that from the building class. Right. Can't I? Can I? Can I, mommy, please? Can I? It's a little bit different here. It looks like, but should be fine. Just the name of the variable is different. Maybe this is it. Let's see. Let us see. So walls down, bathroom, change flooring. Oh yeah, I have to change the text as well. What can I put there? Let's put this. Yeah, it works. It works. Oh, that was the one that was there already. Yep. Okay then. I have made a thing. It's like I almost know what I'm doing. Which is totally not true. Also, I can't believe that I haven't brought up the fact on the stream yet that that has been the running joke in our Discord for the past few weeks, that I escaped with all the money that I made from the game and moved to Mallorca. I'm not sure how to pronounce it though. Mallorca? Mallorca? I don't know. Anyway, that I moved to this tropical island somewhere never to be seen again. So yeah, that's where I am now. I just rebuilt my my room there, so you wouldn't guess from the background. But yeah, that's where I am now, with all my monies that I scammed out of everyone. Also, here's a reminder that I have made $0 from office management so far. But I'm still rich. In experience, in exposure, in dedication to it. So what I wanted to change now, the title was wrong. Should be yeah, it's fine though. On Lurker, because I did not start making games to make money. There are way better careers in life than games to make money in. Like before that, I had a pretty decent career as a web developer. I just like I like the freedom that comes with running my own life and my own company. So yeah, that's how it is. What am I doing? I was going to search for. You totally distracted me again. Not that it's your fault, but I'm a flawed human being. And now big. No, you don't have to. Just don't pull a Hemingway on the island. Yeah, I'll try not to. How do I write this again though? Pick a new floor, pick a new flooring. Floor, I think, should be fine. Or floor tiling, maybe. But then I should remove this, right? Pick new floor tiling. Probably. I think I've only read like one Hemingway book, and I remember nothing of it. And yeah, it was like obligatory reading in my school. Old Man and the Sea? No. It was something else. But yeah, I'm not sure which one it was. It was a long time ago. Maybe like 20 years ago? More even. Yeah, even more. Because let's not forget, I'm old. Yeah, this one I wanted to put here. And that's the text then. And the icons, the thumbnails, I think I'm gonna do off stream. Which means we are pretty much done for the day. Pick new floor tiling, cancel. And I also have to add names to the tooltips here, but I'll do that sometime later. So yeah. We've made some progress today, not a lot, but it's something. So yeah, so this is what I drew today, these two icons. And then I talked about a lot of weird things, and that was the stream. We will see you again next Monday, hopefully. After that, on the 23rd, which is also Monday, it's Christmas time, so I probably won't be streaming then. After that, it's 30th. I'm not sure I will be streaming on that either, because my brother's birthday is on 29th. And we might have some visitors over then. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, also the New Year's is coming up. So probably next Monday might be the last one I do this year. Unless I do something on some other day, maybe some Thursday. But I'm not sure about that yet. What else? I would like to do 1 week where I'm streaming on every day of the week. So 7 days of streams. But I think I'll do that next year then. When all the holiday stuff is over. Still have to buy the gifts and whatnot. And actually, let me put up this screen. And let me flip myself around again. Woo! Magic. So yeah, I would like to do 1 week of streams and maybe longer streams even then, and see how that works out. if it burns me out completely, or if it's something like interesting and fun to do with the community. What else? Next week, I'm not sure what I will be doing. Maybe something Christmassy. Have a Christmas hat that I would wear next time, I think. So I could do that. And maybe I'll draw something Christmas related to the game. There is a Christmas tree already, but and gifts as well, because during previous Christmas times I've also done these, I don't know, special things. So might be running out of things to draw. Previously, I think I also drew like the Christmas hat or the Santa's hat for the characters. Christmas decorations for the walls, and I don't know what else is there even. Might have done everything already, but we'll see. Maybe it won't even be Office Management 101 related. Because Raimo, my brother, has drawn this awesome Christmas scene a few years back. Maybe I could draw something like that instead. Let me show that. If I can find it. And some of you have definitely seen it before. Can I find it right now? Okay, I found it. But I have to switch the camera again for that. And let's see. This one. So yeah, he drew something like this. Gifts and this Grinch, kind of a monster that was stealing gifts, and this elf, kind of a guy. So maybe I could try and draw something like this, like a bigger screen. And maybe it could be like office themed, office Christmas party themed then. Have to think about it, but we'll see next time then. Simon the Sorcerer, yes. Kind of, yes. Anyway, I'm gonna let you all go now. You can go and do something productive instead, or watch the newest episode of Watchmen, because it's a good show. Do watch it. And yeah, we'll see you around then. Goodbye. Also, thank you. I love you guys.